All right, folks, we got a lot to talk about. So it's going to take me a little while. I'm going to try to get caught up on everything here. I'm going to try to show some of your reports. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. So we're going to continue to try to get caught up here. If you watch the 11, we'll try to get that video clipped a little bit later. It's an absolute mess. So let me get a few things going here. I'm going to try to show you some things. Actually, pull up one more thing over here. I've got pinpoint Doppler radar up. I will try to hit as many areas as I can, but just be ready for me to bounce around a little bit, okay? Give me just a second. I'm going to try to pull up one more website here, and we'll get going. Close. I wanted to jump on here. I know that we're running a little bit behind. We did as much as we could during the 11, but for the folks who don't have TV, we just wanted to kind of get on and make sure you're up to date because there is a lot going on. Okay, we'll be scrolling through social media. We'll be scrolling through a lot of different things here. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I know it's late, but we're going to try to get caught up here in the next little bit. So we're going to continue to. You're going to see me on my phone a lot. You're going to see me scrolling through social media a lot. So we're going to get as much out to you as you can so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. All right, let's start with radar. Take you on a tour. And again, we're going to move from one end of the region to the other. Stay with us. We're going to try to get all this tracked out. Let's go south first. I know that's not what you're wanting to see, but I guarantee you we'll have questions. What about my county? What about my county? So I'm literally trying to get you as caught up as we can, as fast as we can. So again, we go down south first to right around Lake Cumberland. Some heavier rain moving through parts of McCreary and Wayne counties. Go a little closer. Along 27, Whitley City, you're getting soaked right now, but you're not under any kind of warning. No flash flood warning, no severe thunderstorm warning, none of that. Just heavy rain and some light and cooperative. Pine Knot, you'll be under this pretty soon, is coming out of Wayne County, so you're in pretty good shape there for the moment. Let's go back home for a second. Now we'll take you to our next batch of rain over toward the London-Corbin area. You see along I-75 coming out of Pulaski County around the Mount Victory area, going back over toward western Laurel County. North of Corbin, London, you're getting ready to get some thunder and lightning there here pretty close. I promise I will get to everybody here in just a minute. So we're just going to go basically from west to east. Taking a look at this, I might actually just slide across. Burning Springs, you're getting some pretty good rain right now. Again, all of these counties I'm mentioning first are not under any kind of warnings. They have not had a lot of rain. Well, they've had a lot of rain, but they've not had enough rain to start flooding. But we're going to be seeing a lot of reports about that here in the next little bit. So again, in Clay County, crossing over from Laurel County, Burning Springs area, seeing some pretty good rain. It's north of Manchester. Then we go up into parts of Lee and Owsley counties, Jackson County there. You see it's east of McKee, east of 421, back over into parts of Lee County, Owsley County. That's Owsley County there near Sturgeon. So we get a little closer. You see Boonville in a polygon. We'll talk more about that area here in a little bit. And then you see Cow Creek up into Lee County. Let me zoom back out here again. This mouse a little bit backwards. Estill County, over toward Beattyville, from Irvin to Beattyville, Ravenna, back over toward Jackson, Hazard, Krypton. I mean, you're just seeing all kinds of things out there. Emelina and Knott County, Viper getting some pretty good rain right now. Hyman, you're getting soaked over toward Colson, Whitesburg, Jenkins. I'm just calling them out as we go. Again, lots of rain going over into southwest Virginia. Clintwood over in Dickinson County, you're getting a pretty good little soaker right now. Up toward Prater and Grundy in Buchanan County. Hellier over there in southern Pike County near Dorton. Going up US 119 as the thunder rolls here in Hazard. Going over into West Virginia there. Gilbert, which is in southern Mingo County, which got hammered yesterday, getting hammered again right now. And again, South Williamson going into Mingo County, into Williamson, back over toward Mount Gay and Robinette in Logan County areas that have already seen flash flooding earlier today and last night. So we're continuing to track all this as we move through. Let's go back to our view there with the active alerts. All right, so let me go back up here to this one. And there are flash flood warnings everywhere. So I'm going to try to call them out to you. This only displays 4 at a time, but we'll try to walk you through them all, okay? So the latest flash flood warnings that are issued, they basically go from midnight. That'll probably get extended a little bit unless you're in a northern county, all the way through 2:30 in the morning. So we'll be here for a while trying to continue to stay up to date on all this and keeping you posted. We may not be on Facebook the whole time, but we're going to do our best to keep everything updated. What you got, Jordan? Power outage, yes. So we're going to get a story up about power outage. Just go ahead and do it immediately. Just go ahead and get it out. We've got a story up with updated power outage numbers that's getting ready to go out on social media. Jordan Whitaker here helping with me that tonight. So again, just continue to stick with us. We're going to continue to track this. But flash flood warnings. We'll run through what we have that ends maybe in the next little bit. So let me go through. Maybe some of these are not displaying on the screen. Let me go back and try to find those. So for Estill and Lee County, that's one over there close to Irvin. That goes until 1 a.m. That is a flash flood warning. Coming a little further east there, we've got, what you got, Steve?
Breathitt County Emergency Management.
Okay, so Steve just handed me a phone from the Breathitt County Emergency Management Facebook page, and I'll try to pull it up and show it to you in a minute. It says, many roadways in the county are becoming covered with water and are impassable. Please stay off the roads if at all possible tonight. The courthouse is open at this time for those displaced by rising waters. If you do not have another place to go, we will post updates. And if not used, we will close it this evening. So again, they got the courthouse open for people who are displaced due to climbing floodwaters. So again, we're going to continue to track all this. More flash flood warnings. We have got one over for parts of Breathitt, Lee, Magoffin, and Owsley counties until 1:15. We've got one for Johnson, Magoffin, Floyd, parts of these counties until 1:15. Breathitt, Clay, and Owsley until 1. Breathitt, Lee, Owsley, and Magoffin until 1:15. Floyd, Knott, Breathitt, and Magoffin until 1:45. Breathitt, Owsley, Perry, Knott until 1:45. And then we also have the newest ones that just came in during the 11. Parts of Floyd, Knott, Letcher, and Pike until 2:30, and parts of Clay, Knott, Leslie, and Perry until 2:30 as well. So again, we'll get those pulled up for you there. Big note there in Breathitt County, the courthouse is open if you can get there, because I know water is rising quickly in a lot of areas in Breathitt County, but if you can get there. So far, the big reports that we have gotten are out of Breathitt and Morgan counties so far, and parts of Wolf. Those are the big areas. You're going to see rain. You're probably going to see the water rising quickly, so keep an eye on your creeks and streams over the next little bit. So let me go back over here for a second and see if any more reports have came in the last little bit. All right, I see a new one coming in here, and we actually had a picture of this earlier, and I may try to pull it up again for you. But very, very active out there tonight. And we will try to answer all of your questions. I will talk till my voice goes out if I have to. So we will do our best to get all of your questions answered, because I know a lot of you, this may be the only way you have to watch the news, the way that you may have to communicate. I can tell you right now, Jordan, we got that out on the WYMT social pages. We have updated power outage numbers. So if you are in the dark and you are wondering and maybe trying to get some estimated restoration times, you can check those out on our website. We've got the links to all the different power companies that you can click on if you're in the dark tonight and watching this maybe on your phone using cell phone service. All right, so let's click on some of these. I'm going to back out here just a little bit because I don't want to get too close, because those boxes pop up and kind of take a big chunk of the screen. So I'm going to start right here in Lee County. We actually showed you this one during the 11. This is the Wynot community, and this is one that a state trooper called into the Weather Service. This was at 10:15, reported running water and debris across Kentucky 52 at the intersection of Kentucky 2453, and that's in the Wynot community of Lee County. All right, 10:15 later or earlier this evening. Let me clear that one off. We'll go to the next one. This is the one I believe. Yeah, we had a picture of this one earlier, and I'll try to pull that one up for you here in a minute. I think we got tagged in that one. That is, I don't know why it went, oh, there it goes. A little bit of a delay on the Facebook. Report of floodwater over Morgue Fork Road. That is in the northern part of Breathitt County. That's the Sewell community, or Sewell. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. If I said it wrong or said it right one of the two times, Just bear with me because we're trying to do this rapid fire and in real time tonight. So I'm going to clear this one off. We'll go to the next one there. This one into a little further into Breathitt County there, just south of Jackson. That is from 11 o'clock in the Grant community. Several reports of water and debris over the road at both Punchin Creek Road and Belcher Fork Road. That was reported during the 11 o'clock news there. That's a new one for us to display to you. And all the other ones, I'm going to double check one more over into the Big Sandy, but I think a lot of those have happened like earlier today. So let's check this one out here in Floyd County. Nope, that was at 7:07 this morning. I'll check one more out there in Pike County. I don't think there's any new reports that has come in yet. I think that's from this morning too. So again, those are old at this point. The ones I just read off are the current ones that we have so far. All right. So let me take you over. I'm gonna go back over to the other computer for a minute because I'm gonna take you over to the computer because I want to show you a couple of things here on social media. Let's start with the power outage numbers. If you don't have those, I'm gonna take myself out of the equation here and take this full screen for a second. I've got the weather computer pulled up so I'm going to walk you through some of these power outage numbers. So this is a website called poweroutage.us. I've got Kentucky selected. Right now across the state there are more than 5,600 people without power. And in our counties right now, and it kind of shows you the providers down here, the list. And again, you can get those on our website too, WYMT.com. Matter of fact, let me go over there real fast. Let me open a new tab and I'll take you to our website because that's probably the better way to get them since those power outage numbers are up. Here we go. So this is updated just a few minutes ago as of 11:45. Jackson Energy has several out. Looks like the most is in Lee County, Kentucky, 574. Kentucky Power, lots of outages. Floyd County, more than 500. Letcher County, about 127. Perry County's got 202 out. Martin County's got more than 200 out. Pike County's got more than 100 out. I'm just going through some of the big numbers there. Floyd County on Big Sandy RECC, 11 out. 828 out in Johnson County. A lot of folks out over there. 214 in Lawrence County. Morgan County with Licking Valley RECC is out. Quite a few of those out. But let's go back to that power outage US and kind of go county by county. So 218 out in Lawrence County. 233 in Martin County, 1704 out in Johnson County. That's probably a couple different companies there. Yep, 828 with Big Sandy RECC, and Kentucky Power's got 877. So there you go. A lot of power outages coming in across the region and more to follow. So here's one of the videos we were referencing during the 11. I'm going to show it to you off of Facebook. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger for you here. This is over in the Breathitt County community. This is from the sheriff's page over there. It's Meat Scaffolds Road over there in Breathitt County. Let me see if I can make it. There we go. Get a little bit bigger there for you. So again, this is off his page, the Breathitt County Sheriff's page, John Holland, and you can see the water basically right there around a home on the Meat Scaffold Road area there in Breathitt County. And again, this is going to roll for a little bit longer, but you see it's approaching the steps of a home over there. So hopefully there won't have to be any water rescues. It won't get into any homes. Let's scroll on down here just a little bit. He shared another one that Steve and I were talking about during the 11 from another person named Douglas Holland, which I'm sure is a relation. But look at this. This is in the Frozen Creek area of Breathitt County, and that water is raging. It is literally raging. Several feet coming down there, and this is why we preach turn around, don't drown so hard, because again you're seeing water like this that is flying. 6 inches of that, 6 inches will carry a full-grown adult away, no matter how tall you are, how much you weigh. Could you imagine how much or how little it would take for a kid, especially if it's moving that fast there? So again, all these on the Breathitt County Sheriff's Facebook page. Post their reports of flooding in many areas of the county. Please do not attempt to drive. Everyone stay safe. We talked about the courthouse being open over there. I'm going to click on this one. This was over in West Liberty in Morgan County. It says, if you can't read it there, I know it's a little small. Be advised, the westbound lane of Highway 460 between McDonald's and Hutch Ford, that's right there as you're going into West Liberty. The shoulder is broken off due to water erosion. The damaged area is marked with traffic cones, but please use caution when you're please use caution in that area. But it is still passable, at least as of this post an hour ago. Going through Twitter, new flash flood warnings issued every few minutes, it seems like. But I want to scroll down here. Johnny Ray Feltner, who tagged us in a lot of posts on Twitter. You can see there at Highway 15 in Jackson, flowing water over at the Walmart intersection. Appreciate Johnny for sharing some of these. Again, we're going to keep an eye on that. This is up 205. I think that's in the Lee City area, so you can see a lot of places in Breathitt County dealing with high water out there. So again, just continue to watch that as we go through into the next little bit. Let me take you back over here so we can get back to the weather computer. There we go. And we will reset this and kind of get back into it. So again, I'm going to put radar back up. Oh, I am going to show you this because this is very important. Rainfall rates. And the one I had saved has kind of moved to the south. So we're going to clear this off and reset it. So anywhere that you see purple or brighter colors, those are heavy, heavy rainfall rates. So I'm going to take you up here toward the just north of Buckhorn, just south of Jackson. And right there in that purple, that is 1.59 inches per hour. So this is coming down per hour between 1.5 inches and 2 inches per hour. Okay, that is a lot of rain coming down very, very fast. All right, so let me clear that off, and we'll pick another spot. Let's go south of Hazard here in Perry County. Purple spot here just under the R, close to 2 inches of rain per hour. It is coming down fast. It is coming down furious, so it is not hard to understand why a lot of people are seeing active flooding. Please stay indoors if at all possible. Let's head over here toward Dickinson County, right here, just kind of south diagonal of Jenkins there in that purple. 1.75 close to it. So again, lots of rain coming down very fast. So please, let me put these tips up. Very, very vitally important that you follow these tips because they could be life-saving. So again, please be aware of that as we head into the overnight hours. Okay, thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you. Mentioned the Breathitt County Courthouse open. That's a new tweet I just got a couple of minutes ago from Johnny Ray. And he sent another one. A mudslide reported in the Gaze Creek area. That's at the Breathitt Perry line. Trying to get some confirmation on that. But again, we're trying to get these reports out as soon as we're kind of getting them in now. Again, these are just social media reports, so this might not all be confirmed, but again, just be extra careful out there. Please, I'm begging you. I don't know. I'm pleading. I'm begging. I don't know what else to do. Do not drive through floodwater. We've had people do it. People will continue to do it. I don't care how jacked up your truck is. I don't care if it's 6 feet off the ground. It does not matter. If enough water gets on your tires, no matter how big the vehicle you're in, you're going to get swept away if it's moving fast enough. And you've seen all this water going through Breathitt County. I just showed you 2 videos. The water is rising. It is moving fast. Don't. In nighttime, it's dangerous because you could be up on some water and not even realize it and be swept away instantly. Stay at the house or get to an area that is safe. Higher ground is the best thing to do. 6 inches, half a foot can knock you down and carry you away. If you're a full-grown adult, cut that in half if you're a kid, okay? It's just not worth being out if you don't have to. If you're in danger of getting flooded out, call 911. These counties have people who can come out. They have boats. They have swift water rescue teams. But again, this is what we've been preaching, to stay aware. Keep an eye on your creeks and streams, especially if you live in flood-prone areas, because they're doing exactly what we've talked about them doing for the last 3 days now. They're rising quickly, and it might be a situation where it might be too late to get out. So again, 12 inches, that is halfway up the tire on your cars. If your tires come off of the pavement, or if the pavement doesn't collapse, you're going to float away. You're going to float away. 6-inch hoisted trucks, you're going to float away if your tires leave the ground. So I cannot preach enough. Please stay at home. Please. We see this every time there's a flood, that, again, the possibility is still there to see more. We also have, I think my computer is locked up. Hold on just a second. Let me try to restart it. Hold on just 1 second, folks. I'm sorry about that. Let's hope I don't have to go do a hard restart. All right, here we go. back online. Flood watch continues through 8 o'clock on Friday. We are nowhere near out of the woods with this system, okay? That front that's stalled off to our north is going to continue to plague us. Right here it is on the satellite radar. You'll see it up there. It is basically coming back into play. It's got a little bit of a trough in front of it. Lots of lightning with these storms. They're pushing slowly to the east and the south. So again, you see all those red boxes. Lots of flash flood warnings going on there. So please stay at home. Stay off of the roads because it is a bad situation out there as we head deeper into the forecast. How much more rain could we see before this is all said and done? This model must have just updated because it was showing 2 to 3 inches. That is a good sign. Hopefully by Saturday morning, a lot of this will move out. What about tomorrow? What about Friday? Well, glad you asked because we are still under a moderate 3 out of 4 risk for excessive rainfall. That means the likelihood of flash flooding continues to stay high. We're going to have more rain throughout the night. We're going to have more rain tomorrow. We're going to have more rain on Friday. So again, most of our region under that moderate risk there of excessive rainfall tomorrow. And on Friday, still in a slight 2 out of 4 risk. So again, a lot of areas still going to see a lot of rain in the next couple of days. So please stay weather aware. All right. I'm going to try once we get off of here, once I kind of go back and try to go through some questions. I'm going to go back to Doppler for a second because I want you to see kind of what the situation is. And again, the thunder continues to rumble. The lightning continues to fly. I'm gonna focus on this area because we know there is ongoing flooding in this area. And I'm sorry if it's not your area, but I'm going to try to, again, encompass as much of the area as I can. We still have active flash flood warnings that go through basically all the way till 2:30 in the morning for some folks. So we're going to continue to watch those as we head deeper into the night. All right, so power outage numbers on WYMT.com. They were just updated a few minutes ago. I will try to update them again. I'm one of the few people left in the building at this point, so kind of trying to do a lot of things at once, but I wanted to make sure you have all the information that you can have right now. Okay, let's see here. A lot of reports of pouring the rain. Ditches are out of the banks at Highway 1812 in Panbowl. If you don't have to be out, don't be out. That's in Breathitt County, okay? Again, folks, people asking about counties is not seeing a whole lot. Everybody's going to get this rain tonight. It may not be as bad as it is right now in some spots. It may not be storming. The good news is we have no severe thunderstorm warnings. It's just basically heavy rain and lightning and thunder, okay? Again, Manchester, yes, probably going to get some rain here in the next little bit. Pouring the rain in Pike County at Shelby and Greasy Creek. Appreciate that. Unconfirmed report from a gentleman on Facebook here on the comments. Elderly couple trapped in a home on Camp. Let's see, Johnson Branch of. Let's see. So an elderly couple was trapped in a home on the Johnson Branch area of Buckhorn. That is in Perry County. That's unconfirmed. That's just in the comments that I'm reading off. Let's see here. Again, everybody's asking, is there going to be flooding in my area? Is there going to be flooding in my area? People, rain is coming. Rain is coming. It all depends on how long it sticks around and how long that we're going to continue to see this go on. It is going to rain likely for a while. The latest flash flood warnings don't end until 2:30. So again, everybody has a chance to see some flooding out there. Power outages are picking up. It's getting worse across the region. Lots of electrical storms. Again, you've got a little bit of wind, but when you get this much rain, it will kind of make the power poles get soggy, especially if it turns to mud, and then some of those power poles or even trees could be coming down on power lines. I was kind of addressing Paul's question there, how's the electric going out? Because there's still some wind, because there's still some storms, okay? Let's see here. Looks like power is out in part of Hazard right now. I think I had some reports of that earlier. I know some folks down toward Walkertown, but this report's by McDonald's and Save-A-Lot, which is right down the street from the station here. I'm sure we're probably on generator power at this point. I believe we just got a new flash flood warning. Let me see what that one was. Let me scroll back up here to my active alerts panel and see what we have on that. All right, let's see if it pops in. Let me see what it was, just a second. It was a new flash flood warning for parts of, it's not popped in yet, but it's for parts of Owsley, Perry, Breathitt, and Knott counties until 3:45. So that just goes to show you this is not going to end anytime soon. It's going to continue. Basically, 2 to 4 inches, I'm reading straight from the Weather Service Bulletin, 2 to 4 inches of rain have already fallen in parts of southern Breathitt County. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warmed area. Flash flooding is definitely already occurring. I added the definitely on that one. So again, stay home. Stay home. Don't get out unless you get trapped. If you get trapped, call for help. Dial 911. If you don't have power, hopefully your neighbor does, and you can yell at them, hey, call 911, because the simple fact is it's getting ready to be, it's nighttime, it's getting ready to be late night. A lot of folks are going to lay down not realizing what's coming, and then they're going to wake up and there could be water approaching their house. So again, you really have to keep an eye on things on the overnight hours. Let me keep scrolling through some of these comments here. Let's see here. All right, some more power outages coming in. How will the rain tomorrow affect the flooding? It's just going to add more rain on top of an already saturated ground, which is not going to be a good situation. So even if we dry out for a few hours in the morning tomorrow, in the early afternoon, it's just going to be a situation where we're going to have, if we have any more rain, the ground will not have enough time to dry out. So it's like a sponge. When the sponge gets full of water, the only place it can go is out. That's how basically the concept of flooding happens, and even flash flooding. When the rain comes down fast enough and the ground can't hold it anymore, it just goes everywhere. That's basically how floods happen. So that's the best analogy I can think of to share with you to kind of give you an idea. Breathitt County. Kimberly, thanks for the clarification on that. Breathitt County is where the power outage is by McDonald's and Save-A-Lot. Appreciate that clarification. Let's see here. Going on up. We have not gotten any reports out of McGoffin County at this point. Let me go check some social media there to see if I can pull up anything from there. Just a second. I'll check McGoffin County, see if they have some. I know the rescue squad has a Facebook page. Let's see if there's anything on that. Let's see. Basically, they've just been posting the flash flood warnings. 1 hour ago, McGoffin County 911, let me click on this page. Many roadways are becoming covered with water and impassable. They're asking people to stay off the roads. And that's basically what we've got. They've just pushed out the Weather Service's flash flood warnings. So that's what the McGoffin County Rescue Squad and what the McGoffin County 911 has. So again, we know there's probably high water up there. We're going to continue to, keep an eye on that. If you have reports and you can safely get them to us, please do. I will tell you this. It may be slow getting them on social media and then eventually on the air because we have come to a point, and I probably should have even pulled up Twitter and Facebook to show you some reports, but I felt confident enough because they're from official sources. We're going to have to send you a form to get clearance to use your photos. It's a simple fact that we have to get copyright clearance for basically anything that goes on social media and on air, unless you've already been cleared with us. So again, we will be sending you that, and we'll probably be getting so many videos at some point tonight and photos that we'll have to parse through and pick the best ones, and I'm sorry about that, but we'll try to respond to every single person that sends us one, and at least thank you for sharing it, because we really appreciate that, especially in times like these. Let's see here. Scott Feltner, one of our weather spotters, made a great point here. When he stops for deep water and blinks his lights, that lets people know that there's deep water between us, okay? So if you see somebody coming towards you and they're flashing their lights, there's probably water in the road. So again, stay off the roads if at all possible tonight. So thank you so much for that. Let's see here. John Colwell says, hey, Brandon, I'm listening to my scanner at the moment and heard the page for the elderly couple trapped at Buckhorn. Again, this is unconfirmed. This is just scanner traffic. But, John, I appreciate this anyway. I also heard that the road department are having trouble traveling due to the flooded roads, and I can absolutely believe that tonight. John, appreciate that report. Good to have that information there. And hopefully that elderly couple is safe and okay as we head deeper into the nighttime hours. Okay. Lots of power outages. across the area. Let's see here. Gilbert, we haven't even had time to look at that. We're focused on flash flooding right now. He asked, when's the North Fork of the Kentucky River going to crest at Jackson? I will try to get that number out to you here in a little bit. We'll kind of wait and see. I would say, here is the thing about active rain and rivers cresting. The rivers typically don't crest until a while after the rain stops. So if this rain stops on Friday, my best guess, I have not looked at anything to substantiate this, but my best guess is the river at Jackson will crest sometime on Saturday, okay? Because even after the rain stops, the water continues to flow into that river basin, and it takes time to get to its maximum height before it crests and start dropping, okay? Let's see here. Okay. So Corey chimed in there and said the NOAA hydrograph, which is the river sensor out there, said that last time he checked was going to, it said 15 feet, but it needs the latest report. Appreciate that, you chiming in on that. And listen, if you know the answer to any of these questions, feel free to chime in. And if it's a little bit off or something, I'll absolutely help with that. Let's see here. Middle Creek at Prestonsburg on 114 has flooding and into the highway at the Floyd-McGoffin County line. Thanks, Sophia, for that report. Power is back on in Staffordsville, northern Johnson County. Appreciate that report there from Pamela. All right. Looks like Abbott Creek over in Prestonsburg, northern Floyd County near Prestonsburg is flooded again, and we had a feeling that was going to be the case with this. So again, we will continue to kind of check around and see. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump off here for a little bit. We know that there's flash flooding ongoing. We know that there is so much going on. We're going to try to get the web updated. We're going to try to get some social media updated. Try to get those power outage numbers updated a little bit more for you. I'm going to throw this up one more time because it is so important. Stay off the roads, please. Do not be out there tonight. If you get in a bad situation, if you need help, call 911. Somebody can come help you. It is not worth trying to risk your life getting out there, driving, running into floodwater at night. You can be on it in seconds and you don't even know it. So again, it is just not. It's not a good situation there. William asked if there are going to be any more severe storms tonight. Definition of severe, William, no severe thunderstorms like warnings and all that. But flooding will be ongoing as we continue to travel through the night. Okay? So, yeah, stay off the roads. Don't travel if you don't have to. If you do have to travel slow. You're already going to have problems with slipping and sliding, hydroplaning, but you could come up on some high water issues quickly, and you don't want to drive into that. 6 inches. 6 inches of fast-moving water can knock down a full-grown adult and carry them away. 12 inches, which is basically halfway up on your tires, or if your tires leave the pavement. And again, the road might not even be there when you're driving through that, so please don't do that. And even if you've got a big jacked-up truck, my truck's 6 feet off the ground, I've got big old tires, it doesn't matter. If your tires leave the ground, you're going to float away. You're going to put first responders in danger. You're going to put anybody else you've got in the car in danger. It's never worth it. There's no reason, there's no excuse you can give me. So, I just had to drive through it. No, you don't. You know what you can do? You can turn around. You can go back the other way you came, because I guarantee you can find another way to get where you're going, or go back to the place you were and not be out in this mess in the overnight hours, okay? So we will keep those reports coming in if it's safe to do so. Just continue to keep us updated. We'll come back on as needed. We'll get some of those reports out, and we will continue to update you as the night goes on. I'll be here with you till we need to go home, or till we can go home. So we'll be here for a while. Cameron will be in probably about 1:30 or so. So I'll come back on if we get any more major updates, and we'll keep you posted, okay?